Alright, can you hear me? Good, good, good. So this video is touching on a lot of my favorite releases that came out in June. June has a lot to offer for metal, and so does July. July is going to be packed with metal. So, without further ado, let's get right into this. And I want to talk about the first band who released their 13th album the 1st of June, and that's Cataclysm. Keep watching. Keep watching. Northern Hyperblast metalheads Cataclysm are back, and this time they bring with them an album that they've worked really hard on and took a lot of risks on. So the first thing I want to talk about is this is the first album since 2010's Heaven's Venom that Mauricio, the singer, has started writing music again. Now, he's written some of the band's most classic songs like In Shadows and Dust, As I Slither, and now Narcissist, which I can tell is going to be like a classic Cataclysm song. Cataclysm went with a producer who's never produced a death metal record before. That was a real gamble. I mean, they heard this dude's production and they thought it was really good, and they kind of wanted that sound on their new album, but you know, that's like, this dude's never trudged through murky waters with a band like Cataclysm, let alone any death metal band ever before. So the production on this album is fantastic. I really like it. It stands out, in my opinion, as like a really unique style of crisp, massive production. Not only that, but I think that they kind of returned to some of the old ways they used to write too, like together as a group, as a band, instead of sending each other guitar parts and stuff. This album, they really focused on writing as a whole, which is why Mauricio started writing again. I really recommend this album. If you like Cataclysm or even melodic death metal, even a little, give this album a shot. You won't be disappointed. A week after Cataclysm's newest effort, Tomb Mold, Fiendish Death Metal, released their sophomore album, Manner of Infinite Forms. This album is disgusting. You got like weird, abstruse guitar solos. Yeah, strange and macabre progressions across the fretboard. Skull-shattering grooves on the drums with really intricate hi-hat work scattered throughout. And the hideous roar of the bass choking the viscousy sound. If you like those old obscure sounding 90s death metal demos, this shit is definitely for you. I mean, this is for fans for sure of Spectral Voice, Blood Incantation, and stuff like that. So that's your cup of tea, eh? You like Tomb Mold. Next up is Star Wars themed melodic American black metal. If you like Star Wars, black metal, melodic and Star Wars and porgs, and you like all of those things, you might like this. That's like saying if you like Disney, you like Hoth, which should very much be true. Alright, 4 years after Oathbreaker was released, Hoth released a Slain Wookiees amount of melodic black metal, which is a lot. So, if you like conceptual lyricism, if you like light speed melodies on the guitar, and you like being torn asunder by wampas, I mean, there's no one higher to recommend than Hoth. Alright, the next release I want to talk about is something that kind of has people on the fence about it. Zeal and Ardor. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but they're like black metal mixed with bluesy kind of chain gang style vocals. It's very interesting, very strange blend of things. The way this kind of started off was the singer Emmanuel posted on 4chan. I guess a couple of musicians was like, "Hey, give me some genre ideas, and I'll combine them and make a song in like 30 minutes." And someone said black metal, and someone said something else.
And one day, one guy goes nigger music, and another guy says black metal. And instead of like being offended and like giving them the reaction they wanted, I decided the bigger fuck you was to actually make a song that sounded kind of good.
This is their second full-length, Stranger Fruit, and it's a 16-track album. So since it has 16 tracks, I mean, this album, even though it has some ambient stuff, kind of like ambient, even borderline electronic stuff, because they're definitely avant-garde or something. I really don't know what to classify them as, but there's enough meat in this album to settle your craving for the sound that Zeal and Ardor has to offer. It's really good, really unique stuff. This band's really satanic, obviously black metal, lots of racial themes, and it's just like a commentary on a lot of different things. So it's definitely a unique style of music. Zeal and Ardor, Stranger Fruit. I think you guys should check them out just to see this crazy sounding style of music, really. Okay, so the last band I want to talk to you about, I want to showcase, because these dudes are on top of their game right now, and they're producing some absolute quality doom metal. I'm talking about Chemist's third release, Desolation.
Reach all bony fingers stretched into the night, soft with hope against the rising tide, illuminating what waking tries to hide, propped up by the content of your soul.
Formed in 2012 in Denver, Colorado. The harmonious guitars and sailing vocals really complement each other beyond the realms of normality, and the song structure and writing remains fastidious throughout. And don't be fooled, this is a 6-track full length. This is a 41-minute epic journey into the forgotten realms of original doom metal. So, I mean, this is just such a treat for any metal fan. If you just like well-made, badass metal, this album is something that's worth owning. So, those are some of my favorite releases this month. There was just so much of it coming out, and I needed a way to let you guys know about so much music, just in case you didn't, without cranking out a bitch load of reviews. I don't have the time for it. But like always, links in the description. If you like any of the music that you heard in this video, check out their Bandcamps, check out their other music, go buy their stuff. But hey, thanks for watching.